Singapore, a vibrant and cosmopolitan city, would not be what it is today without the tenacity of its founding fathers and the resilience of its people. The nation's beginnings and documentation of this time is vital to maintaining Singapore's identity and a valuable learning tool for generations to come. And thankfully, many of the donated items kept of this important time are safely housed in one very special place. The National Library Board plays an integral role in the preservation of Singapore's history by sourcing for valuable collections to help fill the gaps of the past. However, with the advancement in technology and the growth of a younger tech-savvy generation, the National Library is pushing for a digital strategy where important collections are digitized and archived online to be made accessible to a wider audience globally. Of course, these collections would not be made available without the help of some very special people. Individuals and organizations throughout the island have generously donated items from their own collections, which they deem to have significant historical and cultural value to Singapore.
You know, history can teach us a lot of things. History gives us a sense of the past, an understanding and knowledge of the past. And from the past, we will then begin to understand our present. And then when we know the past and understand the present, we can probably anticipate the future better. I'm very happy to actually make this donation because I've enjoyed it, I've learned a lot from it. From my private domain to the public domain, if the public can enjoy it and know about our past as much as I did, then it would have served its purpose.
前后一共出了5、60本，那么我也记不清。我出版的书目里边呢，包括论文、散文、杂文、短篇小说、儿童文学，以及中高中学生补助读物，一共大概将近60本。我的作品当中，内容方面包括很广，包括社会题材、人生题材、青年男女的爱情作品，这些东西呢，对现今的青少年在做人、学习、处事各方面，都应该会很有帮助。所以我相信我的作品呢，年轻人会喜欢。
Our father came to Singapore and Malaysia shortly after the war. Instead of his military service as a young doctor. As a doctor, he was going very often to study different diseases, and so he started documenting it with photography and then with film. And through this, he started getting interested not only in the diseases, but also in the people, in the different practices and all the fresh new culture and ideas that he was being exposed to. And I feel that it's only now that we realize how important it was. We felt that the library was already a great center of information for the region, and we felt that being able to catalog and store the film images was an important aspect, so that's why we chose a library.
We used to go out every Sunday and photograph the streets of Singapore, because I think he was very upset at the fast development of Singapore and there's no record, you know. So he will record and I will write down, you know, whatever the street name from what street to what street at whatever angle it was. Well, I thought maybe the best thing is to donate it to the National Library, the entire collection. So I hope the young people will appreciate his collection and will I suppose, be able to make use of it in their own research.
因为 为我们觉得我们要把这些书要保留下来永远有一个纪念的，所以只有国家图书馆可以把这个数码化。那么就不会说到久了，因为有很多书你到久了你的书就会好像损坏了还有时已经是不见了所以如果图书馆肯跟我们数码化，这个东西保存下来是很有价值的。
There was no surprise discovery because my father has always shown us the file of letters, and it's very passionate love letters. Some of my friends say, wow, I didn't know at that time they could write such letters. Although first and foremost they were mainly love letters, but I felt that they reflected the era of my parents' period. So there lies the value of those letters. The library's move to digitized materials, I think, is great. This is for future researchers, for preservation, for good documentation. Especially some of the letters were written on paper that's become very brittle. Yeah, I couldn't read some of them because it's just too fragile to go through.
So how does the library preserve such fragile material? Firstly, the donated items are delivered to the Library Supply Center, where they are processed. If the materials are old, they may be required to be placed in a fumigation chamber for up to 2 weeks, where they will be thoroughly cleaned, eliminating any unwanted guests. After fumigation, the items are brushed to remove excess dust and grime. If the material is damaged, minor repairs are made to maintain the original look and feel of the piece. Once repaired, items are placed in polyester sheets and carefully stored to prevent further damage. Even so, the deterioration of many of the materials is inevitable. Hence, the library pushes to transfer many collections to a digital format. The library digitizes a whole manner of different items, including manuscripts, books, film, music, and photographs, which can be viewed online via the NLB website, on Flickr, and Snap.
என்னுடைய ஏறத்தாழ 60 ஆண்டு இலக்கிய பணியில் 400 படைப்புகளை நான் படைத்திருக்கிறேன். இதுவரை நான் 7 நூல்கள் எழுதியிருக்கின்றேன். இந்த 7 நூல்களில் என்னுடைய கையெழுத்து படி, என்னுடைய கையெழுத்தால் எழுதப்பெற்ற எல்லாமே கையெழுத்தால் எழுதப்பெற்றது தான். நான் கணினியில் எழுதுவதில்லை. ஏனென்றால் எழுத்தாளன் என்றால் அவன் கையில் எழுதினால்தான் அந்த உணர்ச்சி இருக்கும், உணர்வு இருக்கும். டைப் செய்தவர்களால் அந்த உணர்ச்சி இருக்காது. அதனால் எல்லாவற்றையும் கையாலேயே எழுதி வருகிறேன். நூலகத்துக்கு கொடுத்தால் பிற்கால சந்ததியினர், பிற்கால எழுத்தாளர்கள், ஆய்வாளர்கள் இவர்கள் எல்லாரும் வந்து பார்த்து, ஒரு 60 ஆண்டுக்கு முன்னால் எழுதப்பட்ட படைப்புகள் இவை, அப்பொழுது இருந்த நிலை என்ன என்று எல்லாவற்றையும் அறிந்து கொள்வதற்கு என்னுடைய அந்த படைப்புகள் பயனாக இருக்கும் என்று கருதித்தான் இங்கு பாதுகாப்பாக இருக்கும் என்ற எண்ணத்தில் தான் நான் நூலகத்திற்கு, தேசிய நூலகத்திற்கு அதை அன்பளிப்பாக அவற்றை கொடுத்திருக்கிறேன்.
Majlis Bahasa Melayu Singapura telah dibentuk di bawah penyeliaan MIKA dalam tahun 1992. Sebelum itu, majlis tersebut dibentuk sebagai sebuah jawatan kuasa dalam tahun 1981. Tujuannya ialah untuk menggembling tenaga dan pemikiran kepimpinan masyarakat Melayu untuk mengembangkan penggunaan dan pembangunan bahasa Melayu dalam masyarakat kita. Majlis Bahasa telah menyumbang sebanyak 3,000 bahan kepada perpustakaan negara untuk disimpan dan dalam bentuk yang boleh disimpan lebih lama lagi. Sebanyak 3,000 bahan tersebut terdiri daripada gambar atau fotograf sebanyak lebih kurang 2,600, sekitar 300 naskah skrip drama radio dan juga pentas yang saya rasa banyak nilainya, dan bahan-bahan rakaman audio. Bagi saya ini semua penting kerana Perpustakaan negara mempunyai sumber-sumber untuk menyimpan bahan-bahan tersebut dalam bentuk digital yang boleh diakses ataupun ditonton oleh masyarakat dari rumah mereka sendiri. Dan ini adalah satu bentuk yang baik sekali untuk dikaji, untuk diteliti oleh anak-anak kita pada masa depan. Jadi saya berterima kasih kepada Perpustakaan Negara kerana menjadi penampungan bagi bahan-bahan yang telah kami simpan sejak tahun 80-an lagi.
新加坡艺术奖做这个决定呢，把这些资料呢、剧本、这个剧照，还有一些书呢，捐给国家图书馆呢。我们觉得有这个机会呢，让国家图书馆把它这个数码化之后呢，让全世界的人都有机会看到新加坡的华语戏剧发展，也会让新加坡的年轻的朋友呢，下一代呢有机会了解我们新加坡华语戏剧过去的一些发展。
Compass provides Music SG with easy access to many of the local musical works and related materials for digitization and archival purpose. Music SG provides a convenient point of access to the general public, especially scholars and students doing related research. So on behalf of Compass, I'd like to express our gratitude to the National Library Board and for this landmark initiative to ensure that our important musical heritage will not be lost for the benefit of future generations to come.
所以我们很希望在新加坡，就是年轻的一代，他们也可以从我们的一些创作，里面能够感受到新加坡是怎么样的成长，特别是从独立以后，它的音乐的过程，它的进化是怎么样的，过境到今天的这样的一个情况。所以我们主要就是把这些音乐放在网上，能让更多的人去听，去做研究。 看看以前新加坡是怎么样的慢慢建立起自己的音乐风格。
I'm Hilary Francis, a singer-composer, guitarist, drummer, and pianist. There's one song that I wrote in 4 of our official languages. It's called Va Marilai Kam Singapore, which I've been singing all over island-wide. And it was written when the time our government asked us to come care, come share. So hopefully society will be more graceful and kind towards each other. And I think the library's move to digitize is really fantastic. So at least we have something to look forward to for the future generations.
SPH has given the National Library Board the license to digitize the Straits Times archives from its first issue in 1845 to 2006 and provided NLB with born digital copies of the paper from 2007. The first publication of the Straits Times can be viewed on microfilm and online via the NLB website. Popular Holdings donated the Cho Sing Chu collection. Named after its founder, it comprises more than 4,000 items published during the period of 1924 to 1989. The collection consists of Chinese school textbooks and a whole range of fiction and non-fiction titles. The Diocese of Singapore donated 9 volumes containing 2,814 pages of minutes, record books, affidavits, and registers dating from 1869 to the 1930s. This material will provide a rich source of primary information for researchers of social history of Malaya. Former Canadian High Commissioner to Singapore, Mr. Michael Berry, donated 780 slides taken of the Singapore River. They were part of the collection captured by Mr. Berry's wife, Linda Berry, in her book, Singapore River, A Living Legacy. With Singapore's evolution into a cosmopolitan high-tech city, the National Library Board has also kept pace with the growth of the country by progressing towards the preservation and protection of national heritage. through digital technology to be shared with future generations to come.